Capilano from Massachusetts, I think you said this is just, quote, part of the game. Well, let me tell you what's not a game. What's not a game is your agency denying vital financial services to service members serving abroad from my Commonwealth in communicating with their families back home.
Well,
as you may know, let me ask you the question.
Okay.
As you may know, the Bureau has issued regulations on international remittances. And in Kentucky, we have a number of military bases, Fort Knox, Fort Campbell. The National Guard headquarters is located in my district. Credit unions are no longer to offer their members this product. And here's why. Give you a real-life story from a constituent. Fort Knox Federal Credit Union has members all across the world, and they have discontinued offering this much-needed service due to fear of not being compliant after 100 remittances a year. Now, you can imagine that for this credit union, it doesn't take long to reach 100 when you have over 85,000 members, many of whom are deployed overseas.
Yep, I see that.
When the Kentucky Credit Union contacted you about the rule and its unintended consequences, it is reported to me that your comment was, no, this is the intended consequence, and that you were not concerned about these consumers, hardworking military men and women, that are now having to pay much higher fees to remit funds home to their families because their credit union can't comply with this onerous regulation. Why won't you provide relief to service members and their families?
So we are doing a lot of great work for service members and their families. I'd be happy to detail it if I'm given a chance. In terms of remittances in particular, are you aware of who required there to be that rule?
What I'm telling you...
Congress required that rule. That's in the law.
No,
we're merely following the law and carrying it out.
Director Cordray, I'll reclaim my time. The Bureau has the discretion to provide the relief to these credit unions who are no longer able to deal with a workable rule that would allow these remittances, and have priced these members out of their credit union, and as a result, these credit unions are no longer able to provide. And I want you to revisit that. That's a request of you to revisit that rule to provide relief to these service members.
We would have the discretion to do that if Congress provided it in the law.
No,
it is not in the law.
Once again,
that's my problem.
Once again, I think the Bureau is taking an overly restrictive view of your administrative. Certainly, you exercise a whole lot of discretion to take away financial services and products from the American people. I think you could probably revisit this, and I'd love to continue that conversation. But let me move on to another problem.
We'll be